Salvete omnes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, we replaced a light and got the crap beaten out of us by a bunch of monsters. We also got our first second-tier quartz, which also allowed us to get our first multi-target spell. And boy, we will be using this. Oh yes, we will. Aerial is probably useful for the entire game, really. Certainly the first half of it. It'll still be a while before we can get another multi-target move. So that'll be handy. I'm pretty sure we still don't have enough stuff to open up any more slots, but yeah. Not enough water sepith. Excuse me. Well, let's see. 1230 Mira. Is there anything else we need to buy? I'm pretty sure not. And we got some reviving balms after that ordeal with the monsters. Oh, speaking of monsters, there's the monster manual, by the way. I'm not really sure why there are two entries for some of them, like the dirty rats and the flying felines. That's weird. There are two different variants of them. I guess the second one must be the ones we found in the chest, but that doesn't explain the dirty rats. We have lily movers, moth clusters, these things. Level 9, huh? Yeah, the more you fight him, the more that information gets filled out. Like, we haven't fought enough moth clusters yet to know what its stats are. Anyway, let's get on with the quests. Next up is Mushroom Hunt, I think. For a rare mushroom that grows only where there are rich deposits of septium in the ground. Should be an easy, fun job. Well, it is medium difficulty. So, Orvid at the landing port. Oh, another thing I forgot you could do in this game. Hold this button, and you can see where what all the different entrances and exits lead to. I don't tend to use that much, partly because I usually forget about it, and partly because it's in kind of an awkward location on my keyboard. Yeah, I know I can remap it, but I mean, there are a lot of buttons that do a lot of different things, and okay, there we go, Orvid. Darn bracers, how long do they intend to keep me waiting? If they don't hurry and get here, I'm gonna miss my flight. I should have expected as much from a rural backwater burg like this. Huh? Well, I'll be. That's the bracer emblem, if I'm not mistaken. I've been waiting for you to show up. I have an urgent job, so do you have some time to hear my request? Nah, we're just gonna not listen to him after we took the job. Sure, we've got some time. Great, this really helps me out a lot. Alright, let me give you a rundown and explain the details of the job. Let me formally introduce myself. I am Orvid, representative for Orbid Company Ltd. I'm Estelle, and this is Joshua. It's nice to meet you. Estelle and Joshua, is it? The two of you are quite young, if I do say so myself. Hehe, we're actually pretty new to this whole bracer thing. Greenhorns. Oh well, I guess you'll have to do. Pardon? Never mind, I was just talking to myself. Alright, let's get down to business. Please excuse my lack of decorum, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Sure. At the moment, I'm looking for a rare mushroom called the firefly fungus. It is said that it only grows in soil rich with septium. There are records of it being picked here in Roland, but no shops seem to carry it. However, it is a vital necessity that I get my hands on one, so I put in a request at the guild house. Soil rich with septium. I can only think of the Melga Trail as a possible location. Do you know any other characteristics of these mushrooms? It seems that it normally grows in areas with patches of grass. However, since it is buried in the dirt, if you don't look closely, you won't find it. Geez, this one sounds like it's going to be a pain. But once you dig one up, you'll know if it's a firefly fungus or not. For one thing, it glows with a light green color. So that's why it's called a firefly fungus. Well, that makes sense. Either that or it's radioactive. Alright, have I explained things clearly enough? So basically, all we need to do is find a glowing mushroom and a patch of grass along the Malga Trail, right? Looks that way to me. Well, if they're really growing in the ground, we probably won't be able to find one so easily. If you run into any trouble, come back and speak with me again. I ask that you find one as soon as possible. Alright. To the Malga Trail. Which is northwest. Back to this area. Well, I don't see any... Oh, hello, cat. Shoot. That was a surprise attack. Please do... Okay, good. 0 damage. 0 damage when it's the enemies doing it to me is good. That didn't really look like it should have been a surprise attack, since I thought we made contact from the side, but it didn't matter anyway. Because they cannot compete with our defense. Fire and Mirage Sepith. We don't really have any immediate use for those. And they only give 2 experience each. So yeah, we're not going to bother fighting the kitties unless they make the first move. Well, here's a patch of grass. And here's another one. There should be an exclamation mark icon when we find one, so... we don't have to just randomly push buttons. At least we shouldn't. I don't see as many enemies as I would have expected. There's a patch of grass. No, I could have sworn there were actually multiples of these things and you could use them in recipes, but so far it's not really looking like that's the case. So naturally it'll probably be at the end of the Malga Trail. Yeah, it's possible that I'm thinking of a different game or something. Well, here's a patch of grass. And we've already been up here. So... Malga Trail, Room 2. Yeah, we've been up here too. When we were going to rescue the kids. So, I'd say it's probably more likely to be in the area with the mine. Since it is a mushroom. Hello, bug. There's only one of them and it wasn't a surprise attack and they still attacked first. Okay. Okay, that should be enough to take it out.
Good to go.
Yeah, fighting one beetle isn't much use either. Gotta love when the enemies are strong enough to still make a dent in you, but you don't get anything out of fighting them. Well, let's use our fancy new spell again. As long as they don't move out of the radius, which I don't think they did. And I don't really want to knock them out of the radius by having Justin attack them, so we'll just skip our turn there. Okay, good, it did get both of them. I forget if those beetles are more weak to magic attacks than physical, and it looks like they are. Well, I guess that and Aerial is better than a first tier spell, so it would probably do more damage anyway. Wonder if I should have invested in some EP charges. I suppose that's what level ups are for. Wow. Still no mushrooms, huh? Okay, well there's another bug. We're just gonna ignore that one. Maybe along this... Well, that one didn't want to ignore us. Yeah, 3 of them. Well, I guess that means more experience. I don't think I can hit all 3 of them with one use of Aerial, though. Not unless some of them move. Yeah, nope. So let's see. This one will move. So that seems likely. And it moved and didn't even attack. So much better for me. Oh, Ariel, how glorious. Now we just need to get some decent crafts and we'll be raring to go. Also, I think I'm gonna heal Joshua. He seems to be taking a lot of hits lately. Let's see. Right, I actually don't have healing magic right now. Well, now I do. And now I don't. Alright, where is this mushroom? There's a big patch of grass. There we go. Aha! What's with the sudden outburst? I've found it! Now to claim our prize. Isn't that... you think so too? Well, I mean, the item description did say we found a firefly fungus, so I'm assuming so. The place it's growing seems about right, and it's got that soft green glow. This has gotta be that firefly fungus that What's-His-Face was talking about. You mean Orvid, right? Yeah, that's who I meant. It doesn't look all that tasty, but it sure is pretty for a mushroom. Almost like the glow of Septium, if you ask me. Septium? What's up, Joshua? I may be worrying too much, but I think you'd better put that mushroom in your bag quickly, Estelle. What the... More kitties! Just like I figured. This mushroom attracts... Estelle, look out! Boy, the early game sure does like to use this battle theme for battles that aren't actually bosses. I could use Ariel here, but I probably don't need to. And these are the lesser version of the cats, or at least the ones, still the ones that deal 0 damage, so yeah. Boss battle, this ain't. Especially since we just faced like 8 of these things in the chest. Well, with the chest. We weren't in the chest, the monsters were in the chest, but... And they only gave us 3 experience. Now that was a surprise, I tell ya. Did you put that thing away? Yep, it's all taken care of. The light emitted by raw septium has the power to attract monsters. This mushroom also seems to have the same effect. That sneaky merchant. He never mentioned a single thing about this. Anyway, let's hurry back to town. Right. Just wait till I get my hands on you, you conniving merchant. Oh, and we get a white bracelet. This chest is now full of disappointment. Just like my life. So, what does this thing do? Prevents blindness. I mean, I guess we don't... Let's see. Might as well equip these things, so... Joshua can have the earring even though... Whatever. And Estelle can have... Actually, maybe I should switch those. I think Joshua is kind of more kitted out to attack physically right now. Probably doesn't matter too much. I don't expect we'll be running into a whole lot of status effects at this point. I say that now. Ignore the bug, ignore the weeds. And just... Where's the bug spray? Seriously. Well, fight more of them, and again, just gonna skip Joshua's turn because I don't want him to knock the bugs out of the radius of the magic. Tactics. You'd think I'd be better at actual tactical RPGs, but I kind of sucked at them last time I tried. Of course, I guess my experience with them is pretty much limited to Fire Emblem Awakening and Luminous Arc, and... well, I don't know. Another bug. Will you people quit it? Okay, do these give any useful Sepith? Not particularly. Do I really not have anything that can... darn. Please miss. Well, it looks like it actually didn't make me lose any Sepith. I wonder why that is. When I said please miss, I was talking about the bug, not you, Joshua. Oh well. Yeah, we still need some water, Sepith. I forget, do these things drop water? 4 enemies, ooh ah. Yeah, I didn't think I could hit any of those from here. Time to use our last 20 EP. And hope that some of the... maybe not. That's not a very good angle of attack. Don't know why I'm going after the cats first when they're the less dangerous of the two, but... whatever. The less dangerous and the less annoying because they don't knock you across the room. Like that. Still only 18 damage, but still. Yeah, just watch, Joshua won't even be able to make it for its... yeah, just barely out of range. I don't think I needed the critical bonus anyway, but still. And Estelle's out of range. Alright.
We're good to go.
Oh yeah, Joshua has 4 more experience than Estelle does now. So that didn't drop any water, Sepith, right? I already forgot why we fought those things. Oh, they actually do. So maybe we should be fighting them. We can last one more battle with a weed before healing, right? And then we need to go south. And one more room and then we'll be good. I'm still never quite sure which side of these is the front. But, critical turn. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and use the magic. I mean, it's still hitting 2 things. And I don't think I've ever tried magic on the weeds. Well, it deals with them quite nicely, actually. Last cat. So yeah, Estelle's fresh out of EP, so we won't be able to spam any more aerial, or even just cast any until we level up next. Or heal. Gotta get that delicious sewer rest. Okay, can I sneak up behind? Not quite, but oh well. You know, I really miss having Joshua's later crafts. He has some good ones, but not in the first Trails in the Sky, and not in the first Trails in the Sky in the prologue chapter. Why you targeted that one instead of the one he was closer to, I'm not sure, but okay. We're approaching 200 CP for each character again. I just feel like at this point in the game, and the series, I use regular crafts so infrequently. Might have to start cutting out some of these battles, too. I should probably heal. It'll be nice when I finally open another slot and I can put that in without having to swap it out every time. But that's why we're fighting the plants. Just one of them? Okay. Well, any is better than none. Okay, back to Roland we go. Reorient ourselves. Hello, Orvid. We got your mushroom. What's that you say? You found the mushroom? Yep, we found it all right. Oh, wonderful. It might be different than the one we heard about from you. You see, this mushroom attracts monsters. Well, it's like this. So, even though you knew the risk, you hired us for the job, Orvid. Well, what? How was I supposed to know something like that? And besides, a bracer's job is to deal with danger, right? Well, a little heads up would have been nice so we could have at least been prepared. Never mind us, the big question here is your motive. What do you intend to use this mushroom for? Yeah, this thing could be a weapon. Fess up, you had some big nefarious plan in mind, right? A nefarious mushroom plan. Or what? Isn't it obvious what I'm going to use it for? For cooking, of course. Well, what? Cooking? Are you trying to tell me that people actually eat this thing? This is why it's such a pain to deal with country bumpkins. In the hands of a skilled chef, the more distinct the ingredient, the more profound the taste. And from that perspective, the firefly fungus is the king of them all. This is, no doubt, the ultimate ingredient. So, pretty much what you're saying is that it's for people with bizarre eating habits. That's the talk of one unacquainted with the true delicacy. But then again, commoners such as yourselves would never have an opportunity to try such dishes. And praise be to heaven for that. I never want to gnaw on a ratty green mushroom like that. Agreed, it looks pretty nasty. Anyway, I have other business preparations to make. Now, if you don't mind, I'd ask that you hand over the mushroom and leave. Yeah, please take it. On behalf of this mushroom, I shall turn a blind eye to your ignorance. And as promised, I will pay you, so be grateful to your client. Nobody's going to buy that mushroom, I hope you know. Come on, Joshua, let's go. Please excuse us, we will be going now. Yes, please do. Enjoy your flight, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Man. The nerve of some people. Anyway, let's go turn in the dang mushroom and See if we can open up another slot. Report. 3 BP for that, alright. Alright. Ooh, still need more. 28 water, and the least I'd need would be 30. I guess I could always grind up a little more off camera. Or just wait until later. Probably doesn't matter too much. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and heal up in the sewer, and next time we will be doing whatever the next quest is. I suppose it would be this one. So yeah, I'll see you then.